Hi, this is Vinay Kumar Maurya, and we are welcoming you back in class 9 biology topic animal tissue, the subtopic muscular tissue and nervous tissue. Here we are going to see about muscular tissue and nervous tissue, and this is the most important lecture, so do not miss it.
Now we are going to start our next topic, that is muscular tissue. We are going to start our next topic, that is muscular tissue. Muscle tissue consists of elongated cells, also called muscle fiber. The tissue is responsible for the movement in our body. Muscle contains special proteins called contractile protein, which contract and relax to cause movement. On the basis of different functions and areas of presence, these are classified as voluntary muscles, involuntary muscles, cardiac muscles. You can see here the voluntary muscles are present in the biceps. Involuntary muscles are present in the stomach inner lining, also called smooth muscle cells, and the cardiac muscle cells present only in the heart, none other any part of the body. The next topic is voluntary muscles. These are muscles which work on conscious will. Muscle present in our limbs move when we want to do them and stop when we so decide. These are called voluntary muscles. These are also called skeletal muscles as they are mostly attached to bones and helps in body movement. They also show alternate light and dark bands or striations when strained properly, and these are also known as striated muscles. The cells are long, cylindrical, unbranched, and multinucleated, having many nuclei. For the reference figure, we can see here the diagram given here. They contain many multiple nuclei, and they have alternate dark and light bands. Involuntary muscles. These are muscles which do not work on conscious will. The muscles present in stomach blood vessels move when we do not want them to and do not stop when we so decided. These are called involuntary muscles. These are also called smooth muscles as they form most part of delicate organs like stomach, inner lining. These do not show alternate light and dark bands or striations when they strain properly, and these are also known as unstriated muscles. The cells are long with the pointed ends, spindle shaped, and uninucleated, as you can see in the diagram clearly. Cardiac muscles. The first point. The muscles of heart show rhythmic contraction and relaxation throughout the life. These involuntary muscles are called cardiac muscles. Heart muscle cells are cylindrical, branched, and uninucleated. These also contain alternate dark and light bands on them. So here we can see that the muscles are branched with each other. They have a common striations that can be known as alternate dark and light bands, and here it is uninucleated, means you can see in the diagram that this contain only single nucleus. This is the common, this is the quite good example for the cardiac muscles. Now we are going to start our next topic, that is nervous tissue, so please learn it carefully. Now we are going to start our next topic, characteristics of nervous tissue. Nervous tissue makes up the CNS and PNS of the nervous system, contains two distinct cells, neurons and glial cells. It consists of the dendrites, cell body, axon, and the nerve ending. Neurons secrete chemical neurotransmitter which are responsible for stimulating other neurons as a result of a stimuli. Presence of specialization at axonal terminal called synapses. Nerve cells live long, cannot be divided and replaced except the memory cells. It is said that the nerve tissue are divided till 5 years of age. So these are very important. When they got the good quality of nutrition, this become much grow. They will be much developed as usual. This is the quiet nerve cell. Here first part is dendrite, the second part is soma, third one is axon, fourth one is node of Ranvier, fifth one is axon terminals, sixth is Schwann cells, seven is myelin cells, and eighth nucleus. And here the dendrites and axons are very important, so please learn it, learn the diagram, practice it, and prepare it. Functions of nervous tissue. Neurons generate and carry out nerve impulses. They produce electrical signals that are transmitted across distance. They do so by secreting chemical neurotransmitters. They respond to stimuli, carries out communication and integration, provide electrical insulation to nerve cells and remove debris, carries messages from one neuron to the other cell body and from other cell body to other neuron. This full process is going on every hour, every minute, every second. So it keeps our body well maintained and provide every type of information to the brain from every place or every part of the body.